Assistant U.S. Attorney Julie Hamill and former NCAA volleyball player and women's sports spokesperson Macy Petty-Charles. Thank you both. Macy, to you first. I mean, there's been a lot of work put into this, and you got to, even though there are some things that doesn't apply to all the states can kind of make up their own decisions here. But boy, this is still a big victory. What do you think, Macy?
Oh man, Trace, I still have the chill bumps. I had the great pleasure of standing on those Supreme Court steps when they released that decision alongside Concerned Women for America. And I'll tell you what, this decision has been deeply personal to me after the years of advocacy, but it is so consequential for every one of America's daughters. For years, we, alongside Concerned Women for America, have been laughed at as alarmists and villainized as discriminatory. But today, the court said the games are over. They said the emperor has no clothes. Asking for fairness is not discriminatory. And now all of these states who have been hiding behind that lie as an excuse are now exposed and, frankly, should be held accountable.
I think exposure is the key word there, Julie, because I want to play some sound. This is Shannon Bream kind of giving us the lay of the land about what this law does. She said the following here. Watch.
This is just saying the states who want to do this and take these considerations into their decision-making process, they have a legitimate way to do that. There is support for them doing that, but certainly nothing that says, okay, every state out there has now got to have the same policy, meaning that every state has got to ban biologically born males.
I mean, you're talking to a girl dad here, right? Girls, athletes, and this is a big deal for a lot of people here. California could have a different take on this, Julie, but you know, this is a big blow even to states like California.
This decision did what many of us were hoping it would do. It told us that sex, as that term was used in 1972, 54 years ago when Title IX was written, and then when the Javits Amendment took effect, means biological sex. It cannot plausibly be interpreted to mean any other thing like gender identity. So that is going to nuke the arguments from states like California who are trying to loop biological males into a female category. It's very, very consequential.
Yeah, it really is. I want to play this because I thought we'd play the other side on this, Macy, and get your take. Here is a trans activist and athlete who says the ruling is not about right and wrong, it's about power and control. Listen to this.
This is an argument that states have used time after time to say that there is some sort of quote-unquote biological advantage for people who have gone through a testosterone-driven puberty. We know that these cases are not actually about trans people in sports. This is about power, and this is about control. Every person, again, deserves the right to be their authentic self and be able to participate in sports as the person that they authentically are.
Yeah, everybody has rights except for the athletes who are getting bumped out of those rights, Macy.
Right, absolutely. Quote unquote biological advantages. Anyone who has ever watched any sports game ever cannot truthfully say those words. But of course, we still have 23 states who need to clarify that men can't compete in women's sports. But it should be noted, all 23 of those states are still liable under Title IX, and allowing a man to compete against women, I would say, is discriminatory and illegal under Title IX. And like I said earlier, they should be held accountable.
Yeah, and she talks about, 23 states here, Julie, but the question you always answer is the legal ramifications. You're like, I'm thinking about this legally. 23 states, here's my argument. They gave you some fuel for the fire here, right?
Right. So California's position in the litigation where the United States sued CIF, the California Interscholastic Federation, and the California Department of Education, it's a case that I'm involved with, California's position rests on this idea that males who identify as females have an equal protection right to compete in the female category. This case says unequivocally, no. Males do not have a constitutional right to compete in the female category, even if they identify as a female, even if they take hormones, even if they take puberty blockers. So California's position is essentially nuked by this decision.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's significant. Julie, great to see you as always. Thank you. Macy, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.